it's bound to happen.
Yes, Andrew, thank you very much for that insight and context. We stay in the region for our next story, where South Korea and Vietnam have pledged to deepen economic and strategic cooperation, with their leaders setting a target to expand trade to $150 billion by 2030. Hosting Vietnamese President and Communist Party chief Tu Lam as his first state guest visit since taking office in June, South Korean President Lee Jae-myung praised the contribution of some 10,000 Korean companies operating in Vietnam. Lam welcomed greater South Korean investment and technological partnership. Here is what the South Korean President Lee Jae-myung had to say. Apologies, we had some technical issues there. The two sides are signing at least 10 memoranda of understanding covering nuclear and renewable energy, financial policy, science and technology and infrastructure, including high-speed rail. The visit is expected to boost South Korean participation in major Vietnamese projects, even as new US tariffs, 15% on South Korean goods and 20% on Vietnamese imports, add uncertainty to regional trade. We're once again joined by Andrew K.P. Leung. Andrew, what is this strategic importance here for the East and Southeast Asia of these new deals and cooperation between Seoul and Hanoi?
Well, as far as Seoul is concerned, and of course South Korea has China as the largest trading partner. You can see that South Korea is expanding its telecommunication products and various other spare parts and components to China. And this very close economic relationship has been going on for a long, long time. But on the other hand, the South Korea, the major security threat is from North Korea. And of course, China is regarded as a close partnership with North Korea. And so South Korea is trying to maybe woo the Beijing into more positive measures against the threat from North Korea. Now, this relationship is also complicated by the United States balance or containment policy against China, allying its close partners with South Korea and Japan, and hence and also complicated by the recent Trump administration of imposition of high tariffs on South Korea and Vietnam as well. And that pushed the South Korea and Vietnam closer together by seeking investment opportunities in South Korea, in Vietnam. But on the other hand, this is unlikely to change completely China's dominance in the international trade. Because if you look at the region, the China's market is still by far the largest. And of course, apart from the size, is the interconnectivity. China is closely embedded in the world supply and value chain, especially in the Southeast Asia. And if you look at all products, most of them are marked made in China, but even though they are not sold as made in China, China is embedded in them in terms of rare earths, components, spare parts, and even logistics, because the world's 7 largest container ports out of the top 11 are located in China. So this is unlikely to change anytime soon. But on the other hand, the South Korea is now seeking or recalibrating its relationship with Vietnam as a result of President Trump's unpredictable and transactional kind of stance towards South Korea and Vietnam as well.
Yes, Andrew K.P. Leung, thank you very much for joining